Drive on, mama. Buckle up. Andrea TV here from driveonmama.com, coming to answer your questions, and then we go for a ride along. You want to know, why is Doordash charging me $10? Actually, you may actually be saying, why is Doordash charging me $9.99 a month? Doordash's Dash Pass has the monthly charge of $9.99. What is Dash Pass? That is the monthly subscription that gives you no delivery fees on most stores if you spend a certain dollar amount. I have Dash Pass on my phone and on one of my children's phones because I find it is beneficial and it is worth it. Just to give you an idea, this past weekend was Super Bowl Sunday. So at Aldi, where I shop, they had a deal. As long as you spent $60, you can get $19.89 off of your order. So what did I do for my weekly shopping? I bought half of our groceries on my phone and half of them on my son's phone, and we received almost $40 off. Aldi is the best price around in my neighborhood anyway. So the monthly charge for that is $9.99. They do have a yearly option, which I am not a part of, and I can't even give you the dollar amount. But we have our first order for the day, and we don't want to be late. $6.75, going a couple of 100 feet. It is catering bag required. Let's go get some salad. I did not screenshot that first order, but I have ended my dash, so you can see that was one order. I log on again at 10:30, then I wait until 10:35 to resume my dash in order to get the first large orders for the companies in my area. So that one is done, and the yearly amount for the Dash Pass is $96. So rather than $9.99 a month, they advertise it, pay only $8 a month. And since I am a Dash Pass member, you'll see the screenshot. Every time I go to place the order, they offer for me to upgrade to the yearly plan, and they'll refund last month's $9.99. I have not pulled the trigger yet, but I may when things in my pockets are fatter than they are right now, because I'm going to be using them for Aldi. I find for food, yes, it is not ideal, and you're going to spend way more, but Aldi has one of the cheapest prices for groceries around, and they don't mark up their prices by that much. Just to give you an example, I believe on the app yesterday it was $2.11 for a dozen of eggs, and if you go in the store it was like $1.87. I'm all right with paying less than a quarter upcharge plus, and then they deliver it to my home. The Aldi closest to me, there is no self-checkout. So on the weekends, which is the only time I have to go to Aldi, the lines are long. So I appreciate my Dasher, and that I'll be using them every single week. So it makes sense to switch over to the yearly at one point. And the reason why I ended that Dash is slow out here. Usually if it's busy after I drop off that first order, which is just going across the street, I'll get another order within a minute or two. It's been about 10 minutes and nothing yet. So let's see what we get next. Fingers crossed. It is now 11:12 a.m. We have accepted our next order, but not before we had to decline an offer. It was 2 orders, picking up at 2 different restaurants and delivering a total of 8-point-something miles. It is almost the heart of lunch. It showed the deliver by time to be 12:05. That would have meant we would get back to the avenue at 12:30-ish, and lunch would be over for the most part. It dies down between 1 and 1:30. So we declined that, even though it was $2 per mile. It was not worth it because we know we can do better if we stay local. Next, we have the order we accepted, $18.75, 2 pickups going to the same customer, and it says $18.75 plus. Let's go get some tuna tartare and other things. Both of those orders dropped off, and we received the final amount of $29.75. The first was a order going to a business, and they tipped $20, and the second was a smoothie going to an individual's home, and they tipped $4. And we did not pause our dash, so we had to decline one. I don't like working in that neighborhood. It is mostly apartments and is almost no parking, and they give out tickets readily and steadily. So I declined that offer. It was $7 for 1.6 miles. And then we are back and we have our next order, picking up 2 salads and bringing them to 2 people for $12 and going a total of 1.5 miles. Let's hope it's ready. And we dropped off those last 2 orders. One customer tipped $3, the other tipped $5. One was going to an apartment building and another to a business office. We did have to decline one right after, $8.25 for 5.9 miles.
But then we took the next one. This is $6.25 for half a mile. Let's go get some pokey. The $6.25 remained $6.25. I knew it would. In my market, $6.75 is the hidden tip indicator. And as soon as we hit confirm delivery, we have our next order, $8.75 plus, going 2.4 miles. Let's go get some. Let's go get some Chinese food. I love picking up at this restaurant. They always had it ready. We are back in the car. And that last order went up to $10.25, and we have our next. After waiting a minute and no more. $7 for 3.6 miles. It's after 7 o'clock, after 1 p.m. now. So it tends to get slow. So we took it, even though it's not exactly $2 a mile. Let's go get some. Okay, that last order remained $7, as I knew it would. And by the way, it looked on the offer screen. And then we ended our dash. I find if you make too much too quick, they slow you down and don't send you orders. So we ended that dash and turned on another one because the drop-off spot is by a couple of restaurants. And before I could leave out of the 2-block radius, we did get our last order for the lunch shift, $8.75 going 2.3 miles. And it won't be ready for about 8 minutes, but I'm gonna go in early just to see. I really do need to get glasses. I was wrong with the time. If you look at the screenshot, it says pickup time 1:32. It was 1:35 when I recorded that clip. So that order was sitting there from when I dropped off the last customer's order. They just didn't send it to me. I had to end my dash, then start a new one for them to pick up. Oh, okay, a new person and they're close in the area, let's send it to her. Not somebody who just made $36 in the last hour and change. My theory is just a theory, but I'm glad I use it, and you should try it too. And just like that, the shift is over. We worked from about 10:30 to 1:45-ish. We dropped off, I think, 1:47, and we made a total of $92.50, and we are grateful. So why is Doordash charging you $10 or $9.99 a month? It's for the Dash Pass, and if you use it more than once or twice a month, it may be worth it to you, especially if you're buying groceries like I do, and they give those discounts from time to time. Hopefully this helps someone, and I wish you large tips, no waits, and short distances, and drive on mama. I hope everything's all right.